Belinda Kelly here from Simple Goodness Sisters, and I'm here to walk you through the next recipe in the Cocktail Farm Club release box, the Old Fashioned, made with huckleberry spruce tip. We're gonna start out like you do with all Old Fashions, just gonna start out with our glass and some bitters. So an Old Fashioned is a cocktail that consists of traditionally sugar cubes or simple syrup, bitters, whiskey, and then sometimes we will add some other elements. We are gonna make a very classic version of an Old Fashioned. It's the Ritz-Carlton or the pre-Prohibition kind of version versus the 1950s version that got introduced later where you add some muddled cherry and some orange peel and it became a much taller cocktail. This is a shorter cocktail, meaning it's more alcohol forward, but it's also more flavorful and really delicious. So I like the classic version and that's what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna start out with orange bitters. This is one made by a friend of ours, actually, Bitter Housewife out of Portland, Oregon. And we're gonna do 2 dashes of that. We're next gonna add a little bit of aromatic bitters. You can use Peychaud's or any classic aromatic bitters. This is Scrappy's out of Seattle, Washington. And we're gonna do 1 dash of that. You can see I just kind of go, and that's a dash. So you don't need to be too precise with it, but also don't be shy with it either. Next, we're gonna add just a bar spoon of our syrup. That's the perfect amount so your cocktail doesn't end up too sweet. So your huckleberry spruce tip syrup looks like this. I have a big bottle because I'm here at the soda shop, but I'm just gonna pour a bar spoon in. You can give it a little stir there to kind of incorporate those things, and then you're gonna add your ice next. Now, if you are fancy at home, you might have a 2-inch ice cube or a larger, like round whiskey cube. Those are great for an Old Fashioned. I don't have those here, so I'm just gonna try to grab kind of the biggest chunk of ice that I can and put it in the bottom of the glass. I do want to pour my whiskey over my ice because that's going to start to dilute it a little bit and you'll get the perfect amount of dilution in the cocktail. Now, the whiskey we're using here is very important. This is Woodinville Whiskey's 100% rye and we chose it very specifically. Reason being that the huckleberries have this like sweet tart flavor, the spruce tip has this very citrusy, fresh flavor, and then we're adding that same citrus in the bitters, so we're kind of building up on flavors that are similar. But to hold up to those really strong flavors, you need a very full-bodied whiskey. So rather than doing a bourbon, which a lot of people like in their Old Fashions, we're gonna do a spicy rye. It's 100% rye, it's all grown in Washington State. In fact, we know the family who farms this, and so we were really excited to be able to feature them. And they gave our Cocktail Farm Club members a 30% off discount. So if you didn't see that on the top of your box, when you opened up your Cocktail Farm Club release box, you should have seen a nice discount code there if you wanted to purchase it. So you're gonna do a full 2 ounces of a nice, robust whiskey. If you don't have this one and aren't going to purchase it, just make sure it's something kind of stronger, spicier. I think you'll be happier with the results. We're gonna do 1.5 ounces and then add another 1/2 ounce because I like a full 2 ounces there. And the whiskey will start to kind of just dilute with that cube there while we stir. About 5 to 10 times, kind of incorporate it. You can do this in a mixing glass and then strain it into a fresh glass with a nice cube of ice if you want to be very precise about the way you're building your drink, or you can just do it right in the glass like I am. And then we're gonna add our orange peel. So to complement all of the citrusy flavors, we will do the orange peel. And the way you do that is by running it along the rim of the glass like so. And then you're going to hold it in 2 fingers and give it a nice twist over the top. If this was in slow-mo, you would actually see the orange oils releasing into the cocktail and then just let it rest right there. Now you can add other garnishes if you'd like to make it pretty, or you could just take a sip. This is a flat Old Fashioned. Some people like to open it up a little further, maybe make it a little tad bit lighter by adding a splash of club soda. And I do mean a splash, don't fill it up. Just give it a little bit of bubbles. And it's ready to drink. This is the Cascadian Hope or the Huckleberry Spruce Tip Old Fashioned. We hope you love it.